spiked the ball. But now when we talked to him this week about being so locked in, he said he didn't feel any different. He said there was nothing that really altered in terms of his confidence, his swagger, or his vision of the field, or in having lost Odell Beckham Jr. to that torn ACL. Baker said this is just the evolution of him trusting his offense, trusting the players that he's playing with. Now, of course, against the Raiders, the Browns do have a significant challenge, and that is that they will be without Beckham. Part of the conversation has been that Mayfield seems to be more efficient, and he does indeed have a better completion percentage when Beckham is not on the field. But Mayfield rejected that storyline. He said he thought it was completely insensitive. And he also said that it's Beckham who draws so many defenses, who demands difficult matchups. It remains to be seen how this Browns offense changes against a Raiders pass defense that hasn't quite been what head coach John Gruden would like.
Appreciate you, Aditi. Time for a little Mad Minute. Week 8 is underway. Let's break it down. There's a great slate of games this weekend. 60 seconds on the clock, guys, and probably like 5 seconds more apiece for you guys now that we don't have a delay to deal with here in studio. Let's talk Raiders. Thanks so much to Aditi there. They will be in Cleveland taking on the Browns. What are you keeping an eye on in this one, Mr. Landry?
Hey, hello, thank you. Baker was almost insulted by the question, but it wasn't the worst thing based on the numbers. And the question from the reporter was, are you better without Odell Beckham? And he said, that's insensitive. The guy's got an ACL. I'm not even going to address that. That's ridiculous. The answer. And I do love his, but like, you look at the thing, and the numbers are drastically different when Baker is not with Odell Beckham and is with and oddly enough, his numbers are drastically better without Odell Beckham.
Peter, I got the numbers. 8 touchdown, 1 interception without. 29 touchdown, 27 interception with. I mean, it's very compelling.
It's very compelling. Now, stats don't tell the whole story. That's why this week is so interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see if Donovan Peoples-Jones and Hollywood Higgins can get the job done when they need it and when Odell's not on the field.
That's just
it. That's just it. It's about guys playing better, not necessarily the roster being better. On paper, Odell on anything, the squad is better. But it's a simple fact, when a superstar goes down, all of a sudden, everybody's game is heightened. I know that personally. Randy Moss went down. It wasn't that Nate Burleson was that much better when he was out, but Nate Burleson knew this window of opportunity is small.
That'll do.
Well, you jumped in with the stats, Kyle.
Absolutely.
You got them there. They were good stats.
We knew too, guys. Baker's first career game was against the Raiders. It was week 4. It was 2018, his first game in this matchup. It was so fun. Do you guys remember this? The Raiders won 45-42 overtime. It was a thriller, pun intended, on this spectacular show. Baker and Carr threw for over 700 combined yards. This is going to be a sneaky, great matchup to watch on Sunday. Okay, Patriots. They're in Buffalo to face off against the Bills. Guys, what are you looking for, Nate?
I think this is the little brother Bills walking in the kitchen, about 15 years old. The older brother, the Patriots, about 17. The Bills got a little hair on the chest, voices deep, and they're going to bump into each other. Let's see who wins. If the Patriots win this one, they're still the little brothers. If the Bills say, no, wait a minute, I'm grown. Don't ever try me like that again in the kitchen or I'll whoop your butt. I think we can put the rest that the Patriots are that much better than the Bills.
I don't even know if the Patriots are older brother. They're like the older uncle with the bad back. I would defy anybody in the United States who follows.
Still got grown man strength.
We'll see. Julian Edelman's out. Name any wide receiver on the New England Patriots other than N'Keal Harry. If you're just out there.
Jacoby Myers.
It's Jacoby Myers, general population, K. Gunnar Olszewski, Demir Bird. Like, these are their guys. And Cam, who's not playing well either. Like, if the Bills lose this game, it's a huge embarrassment. You have to beat this team.
I find it interesting because the analogy you make is fine. I also think of like an old prize fighter and like on his last legs here, not in the last round, but like in his 40s when you saw
Foreman.
Yeah, when you saw Foreman and you saw not the second, but when
the power is the last thing to go.
Hey, here's what I'm saying. This is their last stand maybe. This
I know what
season.
you're saying.
And like if they have that punch, I don't know how it's gonna go, but like this is it for the Patriots. You don't lose this game and still win the AFC East. I just don't see it.
Season's over after this.
I think so.
Do they have the punch, the power?
They say it's the last thing to leave a fighter is his
Michael
power.
Moore. It's incredible.
Caught his chin.
Foreman beat him.
Right on the button.
You've won 7 straight over the Bills. How does that feel?
Feels excellent. How do you think it feels? You guys notice I've been working out over here too. Wait to see the workout I get this week.
If we had Bill Burr, he would play Sean McDermott, and he would say that they're 0-6 against you. So 0-6 McDermott all time against Belichick.
Tom Landry, how do you feel about Coach Belichick talking about how much he works out?
Yeah, I mean, look, Coach Belichick did the glow up in the quarantine. You look good, Kyle. I mean, Belichick. Look at his arms.
I just want to hear people say glow up.
Okay, let's move on here. 60 seconds on the clock, guys. The Bengals are hosting the Titans. What intrigues you in this one? Let's start with you, Mr. Belichick.
First of all, I'm going to break character for this. As we know, the Bengals are the crash test dummy for the angry run segment. I mean, they've been in more than ever on the wrong end. Not I got to go against DH. Just everybody tackle. Please tackle. Also, Derrick Henry, just fascinating to watch this. He's still leading the league in touches. Are we going to keep doing this thing week after week? And is there going to be gas left in the tank come December? Watch how many touches he has this weekend.
Bengals traded Carlos Dunlap, who might have been their best remaining defensive lineman on the field. If you look at this defensive line from the Bengals, they are a bunch of unknown, young, inexperienced guys. It could be a practice squad defensive line from other. I'm not insulting them as players. I just don't know them. Derrick Henry and that offensive line, this could be trouble.
Yeah, when we were in Philadelphia for the draft, the tagline for the promo was "The future is now." If you want to see the future of the wide receiver position, watch T. Higgins and A.J. Brown. These dudes are fantastic.
Anybody else want to? We got 10, 15 seconds.
I don't think there's a player I like watching right now more than A.J. Brown. I love watching him. We've compared him to T.O. for years.
Yeah.
It's the after the catch, the quick slant and gone. It's amazing. I love that dude.
No doubt.
The Titans are one game up on the Colts in the AFC South. It sounds crazy a little bit.
They're good.
We've seen them in the playoffs a bunch. They're looking for their first division title, though, since 2008. Okay, Steelers heading to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. This is the game. This is the surf and turf, as Schrags likes to say. It is an AFC North absolute showdown. Schrags, what is you excited about this one?
I just love the rivalry, the history. Steelers and Ravens at 6-0 and 5-1. This is what it's all about. And this game, even just being at 1 o'clock and it's not being one of these primetime games, like, I love that. That's what this used to be in the AFC North. It would be one of those early games. You're like, oh my God, they're hitting so hard. And these guys hit so hard. The addition of Unique Ngakoue is just another hitter on the field. I can't wait. This is one of those where it might be 10-9, it might be 12-10. And I'm watching it. I love this. This is old school football.
We haven't done this in a long time, Peter. Steelers linebacker Robert Spillane from
Western Michigan?
my man!
Yes.
He's back.
Still got it.
Officially back. We had a great story last week with him meeting Derrick Henry at the goal line. Also gets banged up on the play. Is this the week they miss Devin Bush, though? This is not Derrick Henry North and South. This is Lamar Jackson all 360 degrees of the compass. I think the Steelers defense is going to miss their hurt linebacker this year.
What gets thrown around a lot in TV and the media is a playoff game. And I'm telling you right now, in the locker room, if it's a regular season game, most of the time we're like, these guys don't know what they're talking about. But this is a game. Both teams know this. And if you want to watch a playoff atmosphere, this is it.
Trivia question for you guys, and by you guys, I mean you,
No,
my friend.
I
know just as
Okay,
much as you do.
let's
Fake news.
just trying to drum something up. Who scored the first touchdown in this incredible rivalry back in 1996?
96?
Elvis Gerback?
Any guesses?
I'm going to say Bam Morris.
Bam Morris. I don't know.
I'm going to say Barry Foster.
Steelers Hall of Fame DB Rod Woodson.
Wow, a defensive
Listen to this, a 43-yard pick six off
Of course.
Vinny Testaverde. Yeah. He would, of course,
That's
go on to
good
play for
stuff.
the Ravens and bring a Super Bowl to Baltimore in the year
2001.
Pick six monster.
2000. Okay, NFC North battle between the Vikings and the Packers at Lambeau. What intrigues you about this one, Michael Jordan?
Well, the Packers rolling within this division. You know, it's interesting because last year we saw the Packers have a great regular season, and then towards the end they collapsed. So as much as I get excited about Aaron Rodgers catching his rhythm and doing his thing, it's almost like I don't want to get too excited because I want to wait till December and January to see how they do.
Jeff Gladney, anybody?
I know.
Jeff Glad, Mike Hughes. These are young first-round talent corners from Minnesota in which Aaron Rodgers annihilated the first time they played. I mean, it was considered bullying almost. Those guys better be ready because they will test them deep early. Young, inexperienced corners, Rodgers picking his teeth. Watch out for it.
I remember Dalvin Cook being out a few games last year, and Kirk Cousins just saying, "Don't worry, I got us," and throwing him on his back. If the Vikings have anything left, Cousins needs to have a career day. And
No pain.
And I don't know if he has it in him this year. I just don't know.
I think Devontae Adams is going to absolutely destroy the Vikings corners.
Yeah,
It's going to be ugly.
It could be him, it could be Marquez, it could be
Right.
Tunyon, all hands on deck.
I can't believe we met
Jamal
before
Williams.
the buzzer. What is this today? I love that. Yeah, respect. Okay, up next, Tibo's grabbing all the headlines, making his first start. But guess who we have on our show? Their running back,